to go ahead and record this evening. But first and foremost, I want to thank you all for taking this moment to come on and to get on and to listen about this amazing opportunity that you have before you. Just quick little bit about myself. My name is Darren Updike, and I am first a husband and a father, but I am also a medical professional. I'm a physician assistant for the past 18 years. That has been my life, is medicine, with about 4.5 years of that in internal medicine, and the remainder of that primarily in emergency medicine. So that is all that I know. That is all that I've ever known to do. So kind of makes this a little bit different and definitely a stretch. And but it's a great journey here that taking and being here in front of you guys this evening to let you learn about amazing opportunity. I'm primarily on here, never been in network marketing personally before in my life. And had a little stint with my wife, who's very successful in her venture, and learned a lot from that. And then I saw this opportunity come by, and I decided this was definitely something that was a force to be reckoned with, and that you definitely had to jump on early and quickly to see its potential. So without further ado here, we're just going to go ahead. Give me a moment to screen share this here. And let me go ahead. All right, so tonight here, everyone probably has already seen at least a 2-minute or a 5-minute video about why you're here. So there's really no surprises as to what you're going to be learning about. But we're here with a true global opportunity provided by World Global Network, a true life sensing technology. A little bit about World. It was actually created back in 2011, and actually the device that we're going to talk about was launched just about last July. Prior to that, in about 2015, the company was actually grossed over about $150 million, and since the launch of Helo is up over about $380 million, and is truly a debt-free company in the network marketing aspect, and this is their first venture in network marketing. The thing about World Global Network is that they saw with their life sensing technology pretty much exactly where the world was going to go. And we all know a great gentleman out there to which most of us probably work off something that he has touched or been a part of, that truly the secret of success in business is detecting where the world's going to go and to get there first. And with our CEO, you'll find out a little bit later here that that is exactly what we're here for, is we see the changes in technology. We see the changes in the way that the world is going. 10 years ago, everyone didn't know exactly what a smartphone was until really Apple came out with the first touchscreen phone. And now pretty much everybody, 90% of everyone, has some sort of smartphone or technology. And just imagine if you were in that place, in that position prior to whenever it actually came out. That's kind of where we're at right now, and that's where the company and World saw to which we were going. So again, being very successful, if you think you could be there before the smartphone came out, imagine where you could be now, here 10 years later, where pretty much we rely on it on our daily life, on everything that we do. So getting there first is definitely that key to success. And kind of coming out here from the aspect, it's not just World, it's not just the people that are involved with this technology that we're going to talk about, but it's more on what everyone else is saying. These are the experts. Wall Street Journal, last year in 2016, 112 million wearable technology units were sold. In Time magazine, they're kind of coming out and saying, whether or not you like it, it's going to change the way that we all live. Just as we're all kind of relying on the smartphone, this is the way that the world's going to go. Forbes says that in about 4 more years, actually 3 now, that we're going to hit about $34 billion in Business Insider. It says pretty much everything that we do on our phones now is going to be shifting to the wearable technology market that's out there. So live it or love it or hate it, we're going to be here, and we don't have a choice pretty much at this point as things are kind of moving forward. And these are coming from everyone out there and not just us. And what we're kind of talking about, the experts here, is wearable technology. This kind of includes everything we have on our eyewear, like 3D goggles, everything like that. Certain wristbands that are out there. You know, we all know about Garmin and Apple Watch and Fitbit, everything like that. Also the GoPros, cameras. Almost everybody has some sort of a camera. You go into a resort, you see everyone out there in the water and everything like that, and just kind of taking pictures, such going around. Different types of just watches versus the bands that we have. There's a multitude of different things. So kind of looking here, even in 2016, about 123 million of these units were sold. What's not shown here is actually in 2013, there was only about 8 million. If you see that huge growth in just 3 years, from 8 million to 123 million in just 3 years, exponential growth that occurred just right there at about $14 billion. And what the predictions here by those folks that we just spoke about is that it's going to exceed over 400 million of these devices by 2020. I mean, unbelievable growth that we're going to see, and going in excess of $34 billion. Now, we all know that everything is out there. Everyone has their niche. And it's kind of like we're not looking for everything. We're not looking for the gold pot here, but we're looking for our part. What is our space? Where do we fit in all of this? And by seeing exactly what this device does, it is a great potential that we have here moving forward in the future, and definitely being the first one to have all of this technology is going to put us in a position in order to maximize the potential here, is what you can see by 2020. So what we're here, we all probably saw those videos as I explained about before, is the most advanced wearable technology on the planet right now. As you can kind of see right here that I have in my hand, the actual Helo LX, amazing piece of technology designed by Antonio De Rosa, that you can see the current technology that's in there. This wearable technology, as we can see, will do most of what everything else out there as your Fitbit and Apple Watches. It'll check your steps, it'll watch your calories, and it will also look at your heart rate. But some of the things here, as we can see on the current technology that's out there, is a guardian function and panic button, to which I'll get into in just a moment. But being in the medical field, I want to kind of key in on a couple certain things here that really, from my perspective and from a lot of providers' perspective, is an amount of information that we're going to be able to gather, a valuable information that is going to allow us to make the best choices and make changes in our current and future life in order to make ourselves even more healthy. Hence the term here, Helo, Health and Lifestyle Oracle. First one I key on here is the blood pressure. Absolutely incredible ability here to have the blood pressure on your wrist. If we kind of look here, blood pressure is a silent killer. We look, there's so many people out there, 7 of 10 heart attacks, people who have heart attacks, 7 of 10 of them actually have high blood pressure, and some of them don't know it. 8 out of every 10 person that has a stroke out there has elevated blood pressure. There are over 75 million Americans, just Americans right now, that actually suffer from blood pressure. I mean, that's an incredible amount that is out there. Essentially, every 1 in 3 people, every 1 in 3 people, I mean, that's incredible. How many people out there don't know somebody that doesn't have blood pressure issues? Almost everybody. And of that right there, you can kind of look that there's 1 or 3 people out there that are actually pre-hypertensive, that they really don't know that they are. Myself included. I always thought my blood pressure was great. I work out, I run, I'm very active. And while I've been wearing mine at work and such, I've seen it. It's actually been going off and seeing my readings that it's up. And I said, oh, this can't be right. And I sat down and cross-checked it directly with it, and it's dead on. I actually personally fit into that pre-hypertensive. So it's helped me make my own personal changes in my life in order to help reduce that. We can kind of see here that 54% of people out there who have blood pressure issues don't even have it under control. And every time that you go into the doctor's office, everyone's like, hey, take your blood pressure. Oh, well, I forgot, or I couldn't do that. I forgot to take it. I didn't have a moment to do that. Everyone doesn't have a moment to do something, to take their blood pressure, but yet we have time to go through Starbucks. So you look at the aspect of what's a priority here. This allows us and gives us that information in order to make those better choices, and also to be able to share. We can share this all with our providers to allow them to truly make those aspects upon which we need to make in our life here. So blood pressure, and it's a $46 billion a year that is actually spent on blood pressure. And needless to say, this is a very old stat, but it's actually the most current that we have. Back in 2009, there were over 55 million doctor visits that were actually occurred just for blood pressure alone. 55 million doctor's visits across the U.S. unprecedented. So, I mean, the importance of blood pressure, I think, are huge. And it's also in just kind of determining the possibility of life-threatening concerns or life-threatening issues here. So, again, that's just my personal aspect from there. Heart rate, of course. The blood pressure, I can say, first and foremost, is spot on. I've double-checked it myself. Absolutely incredible, the accuracy with this. Using that same technology allows for the heart rate in this particular device to be even as accurate as you can get with the blood pressure. So the heart rate variations in that, from a medical standpoint, you can see if it's too high or too low. Is there some underlying aspect, the variations in that heart rate? You can determine, is there certain types of illnesses that are occurring? Illnesses can be related to infection, amongst other things as well. This is the only wearable technology out there that actually has, as they refer to here as an ECG or an EKG. What I like to say is actually a rhythm strip. It is a single lead rhythm strip. It completes what we most commonly refer to as the V2 lead, and it gives you a simple non-diagnostic rhythm strip. It does allow you to sit there and to see any arrhythmias, as we call them, or abnormal heart rates that occur. And this one here is absolutely amazing in doing that. Me personally putting on a couple of folks in the practice and seeing, you know, certain types of heart arrhythmias that are out there clear as day for a provider. It does record this on the app, and it allows you to share and actually have like a small video. Absolutely imperative in this sense here that I even know from my local emergency department that I work in, that I actually had one of my colleagues come up to me, and he actually changed his medical process in this case after seeing the information that was provided by this by this non-medical device that he used, and it showed there was 2 abnormal rhythm strips and 2 abnormal heart rates that were on there. That were out of sorts, and it changed his medical diagnosis in this case, in allowing someone to go home versus actually admitting them. So it's incredible the information that we can get from this that will help our providers out there make a more accurate diagnosis. Sleep quality it allows. You know, it kind of checks on how much that you're sleeping, how many times you wake up, how much of your REM sleep that we get. Just really looking forward to people who suffer from sleep apnea. Are you really getting that adequate amount of sleep at night? Why are we always so tired throughout the day? What have you? Breath rate. People who have, you know, different types of issues, asthma, COPD, emphysema, anyone who has a history of smoking, pneumonia. Your breath rate, obviously, the higher that it is, the more possibility that it could be with that information to determine whether or not there could be something underlying there. Emotions and fatigue, it kind of tells you when you need to get a little bit more sleep in combination here with that sleep quality. So absolutely imperative current technology that will provide unbelievable information for the medical folks out there, and even anyone else, even your personal trainers or anyone like that, to allow you to kind of move forward. As you can see, even with the future technology, we have an app store that just recently opened up. So yes, we do have apps available for this, for plugins as well. Coming soon is the blood oxygen level that we do have on the app store already, which will allow you to see what your oxygen level is. Again, people who have asthma or certain types of illnesses, again, those people with lung issues, lung cancer, COPD, as I mentioned before, and amongst other things, you'll be able to kind of determine from that. In the future, you can kind of see some of that technology, which can definitely be game-changing. Can't get too much into that right now, but as you can see right there for the future of this, unbelievable, the most advanced wearable technology that is out there with the current technology that we have. So definitely will allow us to have all that information in order to kind of move forward and make the proper decisions and health decisions in our life. It does have a guardian function on it, which allows you to monitor your loved ones remotely. Just most recently, I had somebody come up to me that I go with to my child's daycare, said, hey, you know, I went away, were you working at the hospital? I said, no, and she's like, well, my mom had a heart attack. I'm sorry, my mom almost had a stroke. She said her blood pressure was actually extremely high. They left for Virginia Beach. She didn't know. She called her later, the next morning, and it sounded like her mom was kind of talking abnormally. Here it turns out she wasn't feeling well the night before. By the time they got to her, they called 911 while they were about 3 hours away. Her mom's blood pressure was extremely high. This allows the ability, you can set parameters on our guardian function into which it will alert folks. I was coming out of work the other day, and my wife called me and said, are you okay? And I said, Yeah, why? She's like, I just got an alert from your Helo saying that you had abnormal vital signs. I had mine set to 150 over 90. My blood pressure on the bottom number went up to 91, so it automatically alerted her. I said, yeah, I'm fine. So imperative for those folks who have loved ones with illnesses, even youngsters who have illnesses as well, or kids, anything like that, to allow to kind of keep track of that. So you can hopefully help in this case here with this information, allow for possibly to receive any type of care that they may need at that particular point. So a great feature on this device as well. Near and dear to my heart, it has a panic button on it here. So last year, almost a year ago, I was up in New York City with my family on vacation, just enjoying the weekend. I got a call from my brother and my sister-in-law and saying my mother had fallen. She had fallen almost and laid on the floor in her apartment for almost 2 days. Looking at this here, she was unable, she was weak, she was unable to get to her phone. She couldn't reach it. They tried calling like every night like they did, just thought she fell asleep like she usually does. Usually nothing out of the ordinary. They couldn't get a hold of her, couldn't get a hold of her. Finally went, had to bust down the door. She laid there for, again, almost 2 days and nearly died from that situation. At this point here, the ability to have the aspect of hitting this panic button, alerting up to 3 people, sending the SON text message, and also providing a GPS location. At this point here, I just think that the outcomes of what occurred with my mom, I think drastically would have changed. And again, that's my personal opinion. To able to get there to her quicker, and to hopefully help save a part of a limb that she actually lost from this particular incident from laying there, amongst other significant illnesses. So not just for this, for folks who fall down, but also from the aspect of your children, if they're in a situation in a party or something like this, or they're running or taking a jog or something like this and feel uncomfortable in a situation, you guys can have something set up where they just hit this, it alerts you, you just go, discreetly and just kind of get them and take them away, get them out of a situation that they may be. So the panic button, again, a vital situation that could be, a vital aspect of this particular device on here that can truly change outcomes at this point here that I feel. Also, besides all of these other features, it does come with some germanium, 99.9% germanium stones. We can see here that it's a occurring natural antioxidant that's out there that has proven through multiple different studies to increase vascular flow and circulation. Also can kind of decrease the daily stress and overall health and wellness of the body in itself. There's plenty of different articles that are out there that kind of give a little bit more in depth. We could go on for hours about this. But overall, these germanium stones are set on titanium plates that just clip right into the band, as you can see right there. Yet another health enhancement aspect to this device as well. So overall, we can kind of see here with what the current technology that we have and the quick aspect of possible future technology that's coming out there, or the future technology coming out, there is no comparison on the market. Everything else that goes across there, from the Samsung, from the Apple, Fitbit, Microsoft, Garmin, everything over there, they have some of it, but they don't have all of it. And modestly priced as well, as you can see there at $319. For everything that you're getting in this aspect, with the information that this particular device provides you, just absolutely incredible, the value that you have here versus the actual price. And that's truly another key piece here, is looking at value versus price. What can you put on a value for this information, for your blood pressure trends over the course of a day? You can have it every 30 minutes to every hour and a half, over the day, over the week, over the month, to really see a true aspect of where your vital signs are. So in order to gain this information to provide to those who can actually make those decisions for you on how to make changes in your life, if not just yourself. So again, there's absolutely no comparison on the market right now to what Helo provides. Another option that World Global Network provides is also Biozen. We all hear about electrosmog that's out there. Everything that you go, you hear, you see about with all the wireless devices that we have giving off this electrosmog, or the EMFs, as some people say. Pretty much everything in your house nowadays has some type of wireless device, whether it be your computer, your laptop. I can sit here, I have my big computer, a laptop sitting here, my phone, wireless printer behind me, everything's giving off electrosmog. My routers are over here as well. All this electrosmog that is coming through here. And as we see beside the power lines and also cordless phones, transformers that might still be around as well. All of these kind of get into you with this electrosmog, and it can irritate people. It can affect people differently, whether it be nausea, whether it be palpitations, nauseousness, just restlessness, feeling overall just tired and exhausted, even to the point of causing migraines. So a medically and scientifically proven small little sticker that you have right here that I placed on the back of the phone, a nice little sticker, a little triangle, that basically will take these peak gradients that occur from the electrosmog coming off these devices and changes them into a smooth progression. So this allows the body to help with its frequencies and allow it to communicate and to heal itself and allow for the proper hormones and all these other aspects to allow to the body to heal itself, but also not to stress it nearly as what it can. So we hear about these EMFs throughout history and such, whether it be with men who were cops, actually, I'd say predominantly men back in the day who had the laser guns and the radar guns, versus also now today with our cell phones. Primarily, we always worry about it with the kids. So the aspect here of having a device in a small little chip that is actually encased in a nice little sticker form here can actually decrease these frequencies and allow the proteins and the hormones in our body to repair these damaged areas, or allow them not to stress us out nearly as much. And I'm sure that we can all use a little bit more or a little less stress in our life at this particular point. So overall, just yet another aspect that World Global Network provides to help out with our overall health and lifestyle. So everything starts from the top whenever it comes to a company, and we look here at our amazing CEO, Mr. Fabio Galdi. Getting back to the initial slide that showed there about getting to your, seeing the secret of success and getting there first, he's kind of a well-known in doing this. You could kind of look back in 1994, whenever he was in his 20s, he actually founded the second largest internet service provider in Italy, the fifth largest in Europe. So saw back in 1994, as things were kind of moving forward. I know whenever I was in college and such, we didn't even have cell phones or anything like that back then. The technology of actually computers was just kind of moving forward with our old dial-up. So you look here, he actually created the second largest in Italy and fifth in Europe. So he knew where everything was going. Then again, in 2002, he was actually part and introduced one of the first touchscreen LCD PCs, to which a majority we have nowadays. And some of that technology that was actually used in that is what we use in our smartphones. And in our current LCD PCs, our touchscreens that we have, everything we have nowadays is touchscreen, even in our cars. Everything around. You go, even checking into the emergency department now, we go and we hit a nice little touch screen. So kind of founder of one of those initial PCs that was out there, incredible. Saw where the business was going, saw where the future was going, and got there first. And then in 2005, he developed one of the first successful voice over internet platforms in Europe. Again, just seeing where everything was going. So just knowing where he is, just a heart of gold, loves to give back, truly does give back in this company, wants to see everyone succeed, not just himself. He wants to make sure that everyone is out there and everyone succeeds in this, and making it extremely easy in the sense here, the best way that he could in order for folks to succeed in this company as well. As you can see, the unstoppable growth that we have, getting back here in, we have over 700,000 people in more than 100 countries, and this was last year. And as I said before, it's about over 150 million in sales alone, and that was actually 2015 since the introduction of Helo. It was kind of up to now about $380 million. But truly, it is ranked the world's fastest growing technology company in direct selling industry. Right now, the company is at the top, so the growth is just exponential. And right now, the time is just moving forward, and the momentum is just growing rapidly. So unbelievable potential in this company as we speak. Top recognitions, as we can see here, on the DSN, Direct Selling Network list, ranked 77th. At this point, I think that it has changed, but whenever you look at this, ranked 77th in the first year that the Helo has come out, and there's over 12,000 companies that are out there. Most of these companies are 20 years old, been in the industry for 20, 25, 30 or more years, and here they are with the introduction already at 77. So that's just an unbelievable honor to have that just so quickly. Also looking ranked 5th in the top 100 in momentum throughout all of the DSM list. So the momentum is just huge. As you saw, the fastest growing technology company. Most likely at this point here, can't say, we don't have it out, but probably even higher than that is now with the way that it is going. Also the CEO, again, it starts at the top. 2 years in a row, he was named one of the top 10 CEOs in all the DSN. And most likely at this point here, can only assume that will be 3 years in a row as well, with how this company is moving forward and gaining that momentum. And then also yet another huge thing here is the top 200 of earners worldwide. So this is out of all those 12,000 and some companies that are said about, that right now we have, I think it's more than 9, it says 9, I think now it's like 10 or 11 that are in the top 200 worldwide. And of those, there are 2 that are in the top 10. And this company really only got started like last year with the introduction of Helo last July. So 2 of those are in the top 10 already. So that's what I kind of look at there and saying, with the potential and how early this is in this company of moving forward and where everyone is. So absolutely incredible with all these top recognitions that we have. And again, it is a true world global opportunity. We do have open in 196 countries. And we do have 13 offices worldwide strategically placed in order to allow for the momentum to keep pushing forward and to fulfill all that momentum as this company does grow as rapidly as what it is. So again, strategically placed to be all over the world in order to provide for everyone. But again, it's 196 countries at this point. So world means what it says, a true global opportunity. So most of you are on here also too to learn about a business aspect as well, and you probably saw a little bit of it in some of the videos that were out there. And let me just say, from seeing some out there and doing some research, kind of getting into this one, Mr. Galdi made this, the whole company made this as easy as possible for folks by an easy 3-step method. As long as you follow it, and speaking from actual experiencing it myself, it truly is. You just follow the system. Everyone says, well, what do you do here? What do you do here? Follow the system. That is it. It is that simple. Follow the system. It is duplicatable to kind of move forward. And the great thing too about this company, if you choose to do as part of the business, is that we don't have to go and do all these parties. You don't have to go here. You don't have to have people over your house. You don't have to go to this event all the time or that event all the time. You don't have to have stuff in your house. You don't have to have that product or anything like that. You don't have to give anyone anything at all. So very, very easy made. And most important, some companies out there, they ask for some upfront money. There's no joining fees in this company. And we'll kind of get to it right here. So first and foremost, step number 1, your first step to success is become a member, which is kind of getting in where you can, where you feel comfortable or where you're able to get in. And simply by getting one of these packs or one of these bundles, as you see here, you're in the company and that's it. So you can start off with the box set, which is the $319 there, as you can see, for the Helo, the germanium plates as well. So that is a full price. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always look for value, as I said. What's the difference between price and value? So one of the ones that I really like and probably the most popular here is either the family pack or also the premium pack, as you can see. So with the family pack, you buy 4, you actually get 1 for free. So incredible savings right there. You get the 5 germanium plate sets, as you do with the original box set. You also get, they have these new wonderful colored bands that are out for interchangeable, for folks who wear different outfits, maybe more the ladies because of the purple and the pink, but who knows. But it allows you to change it up a little bit, but you do get a box of those free at a discounted price. But overall, you have an amazing savings in this aspect here. Who doesn't have a family? Hence, the family bundle that we have here. So a great value. And then also the premium pack, If you really want to kind of get moving, there's certain avenues that you can use this in, whether it be in a doctor's office, in certain gyms, things like that. You buy 5 Helos, and you get you buy 5 Helos and 5 boxes of bands, and you get a Helo and a box of bands for free. So essentially 6 and 6, in this aspect. And you just get an amazing amount of savings. As you can see there, over $1,000 in savings by doing this. So right there's your value. Why not try to get something for free in this case? The more that you get value in this particular aspect. So again, get where you can get in. The business centers that are down there in the 600,000 weekly max, you can get back to the person that invited you on tonight to learn a little bit more about that. Another way to get into is, as I explained before, is the BioZen. There are 2 different types of BioZen to AnyPack. You can get in as well in the company and just do the business as well with just BioZen. They have, you buy 30, get 8 for free, total of 38, very equivalent to the family pack or the family bundle that we have. Or they have a smaller pack for 450. It's 10 and get 2 for free, equivalent to the box set as well. So again, first step to success here is become a team member. And after you become a team member, again, you just join, no joining fees or anything like that. You buy your pack, your bundle here, and then your next step here is to become a team builder. Again, simple. You go get 2. That's it. Very simple process here. You just go and get 2. You look and see who you want, whether it be family or somebody that you know that might be good at this or might know how, or just anyone. You just go out and get your first 2. Once you get them, then you have become a team builder. Once you become a team builder is whenever you unlock the ability to go ahead and to start your commissions. As you can see there off to the side, once you reach 450 in sales volume on both of your legs, you are qualified for 20%. And get this, guys, once you qualify for that, you never, ever have to requalify again. Never. So whether or not that you do or don't at that point, or somebody doesn't want to do the business anymore or anything like that, which they won't, but once you achieve that, you will never have to requalify again. So absolutely incredible aspect of this compensation plan. Once you're there to infinity. So again, you go out and you get your first 2. Then the next step here is, once you unlock that ability to be team builder and get your commissions, you help your 2 get their 2. And you become a team developer. So the third step, become a team developer. So you get your 2, you help them get their 2, just as what you just did yourself. And you duplicate it. You make it duplicatable for them. And guys, whenever we say this is a pretty easy system. You utilize so much. Most of you have been on here, you've seen a video, and then here you are, you're on a webinar. This is easy at home. Most people are probably in their pajamas right now just watching this and listening to me, telling me to hurry up. But at the same time, it's a very simple process. You can turn around. Also, you can get your upline, somebody that you know, a third party, to do a call for somebody. But it's that simple. Show a video, get them on a webinar, get a third party, a third person over there to call in and just speak with them. You just get your 2 and help them get their 2. And then just repeat. You go back, get your 2, help them get their 2. And again, teach that on to everyone. Once you become team developer, then that's whenever you unlock the rest of the compensation plan. You get, number 1, the matching bonuses up to 10%, which I'll get to in just a moment. You get in the millionaire pool, which cures a lot of different gifts, whether it be watches or ties, different scarves. Also, you can get onto trips. The trip earlier this year was to Dubai. A few of our people that just got in back in November, there was a few that were on that trip to Dubai. They said it was absolutely incredible. You also get a car bonus in this case after you achieve a certain stature for so many times in a row. And this car bonus is a true car bonus. You don't have to get a certain color. You don't have to get a certain make. They give you a $1,000 car bonus after you achieve a certain rank for so long. And you can use it for whatever you want. You can pay off yours. You can do nothing with it. You can go out and buy a new one, whatever you want. But so many things that unlock in the team developer. And let me tell you, whenever you hit that check matching bonus, that's incredible, and seeing your income soar at that point. Kind of getting into what I was talking about there with the matching bonus and the check matching, as you can see here, basically your level 1 profiles, that is every personal person that you sponsor. Every personal sponsor that you have, once you become team developer, you will go ahead and you will get 10% of whatever that their income is at that particular time at the end of the cycle. So absolutely incredible on how much that can increase your compensation. As you move up to gold, you can see there level 2 is essentially the personal sponsors of your personal sponsor, and so on down. You get 5%, 5%, and it kind of goes up there. So that is truly incredible, folks. And that, again, and speaking from experience, that's where the real compensation plan really opens up and helps you out. Truly a team effort. So again, the 3 steps to success is you just get in, you become a member, you become a team builder, you get your 2, and then you help your 2 get their 2. Become team developer, and it just keeps going from there. So again, a simple process. Follow the process. Also, as a monthly loyalty membership, and in this case here, the loyalty membership gives so much back. Part of what Mr. Galdi says, it's just not going to be like money out the door or anything like that. This $59 monthly fee, it allows so much for you. First, you need it in order to earn the commissions, whether it be that 10 or 20%, on all of your sales commissions on your equal legs. Besides, it will allow you to keep your sales volume. As I say here, keeping your sales volume, there's a lot of companies out there, you work so hard for your cycle or for your month, and then at the end of the month, if you don't use it, boom, the next day you start at 0. As I say, you don't lose it until you use it. So that's an amazing amazing aspect of the $59 loyalty membership. It allows you to keep that volume that will roll over that you don't use for the following period until you do use it. Also, the Helo App Pro, it allows that for up to 5 devices. So hence with the family pack, you get it. You have the Helo App Pro, which will give you the Guardian function, which will give you up to allow the We Care, which alerts folks for up to 3 people. Also the SOS, the panic button function, amongst many other things coming in the future as well. So it allows you to do that. It gives you cloud storage and online tools to use. Number 4, the protection plan for your Helo. Whether you run over it, you drop it in the water, this is water resistant. It is not waterproof. So, but if you damage it at all, they'll replace it up to 2 times in 1 year. So that'll allow you for the protection on your Helos. But also, I think one of the big key things here is number 5. You put in $59, and essentially World will give you 75 loyalty points or 75 World points, almost equivalent to dollars in your back office. What you use that for is, as it accumulates, you can use it for later technology, whether it be a new band that comes out at a later date. They're coming out with an Infolio phone this summer in June. The Infolio phone from World is going to be a dual screen on both sides. It's going to have an amazing charge on it, and also it is going to be the first electro-smog-free phone on the market. So essentially it's going to have that BioZen built into it as well. So you can use it to buy that. You can use it to get BioZen. Incredible. So what company you put in $59 and they're essentially giving you 125% of what you put in. I mean, no one else does that out there. So you earn those loyalty points for later on. And then also too, you get an extra 1% of your TVC or your team volume in a money box. So whatever your team does, they will take 1% of that and put it into like a little piggy bank, or they call the money box here. After you're in it for 12 months on your 13-month, whatever's sitting in there will come out to you in the form of a check. They'll release it to you. So that money, and even just knowing myself, it can accumulate very, very quickly. The bigger your team grows and everything, the more that you'll get. The longer that comes out, you can use it for vacation, you can use it for taxes, you can use it for whatever. But yet another 1%, it may not sound like much, but it is incredible that's going forward in that. So much that you get for that $59. Also, for the $59, every person that's underneath of you that has the $59, you get 30 in sales volume, equivalent to almost $6. So for every person that's there, you're also making some of that residual income from this as well. And that will accumulate very quickly. It's incredible. So much from just that $59 loyalty membership, folks. Unbelievable asset to the company. Why now? Simple and lucrative. As you can see right now, as I said, become a team builder. Become a member, become a team builder, become a team developer. At that point there, you get fast sales. So whatever you sell directly, you get 10% of. That's initial. As for the lucrative, then you can make 10 to 20% off of your legs of commission. Then once you unlock the check matching, Again, you saw that there before on your personals, and moving forward, 5% off of everything is going down. Unbelievable, simple, lucrative. Get to, help you to get there too. No joining fees. As I said before, you don't have to do. You just buy a bundle or you buy the single band and you're in. Zero chargebacks on any subscriptions. As I mentioned before, huge. No requalifications. Once you reach that 20%, you're locked in forever. Never have to requalify. Open in 196 countries and no monthly shipping charges. So yes, that's why now, to get in now. So incredible. Also the lifestyle, places to go and places to be. Coming up here in May, they're actually having a conference in Bangkok. So it's an easy way to kind of go out and explore the world a little bit, go and enjoy the area in Bangkok and Thailand. They have an unbelievable deal, something crazy like only $350 to get into the conference, to give you your hotel at a very upscale place for, I think, 4 days, 3 or 4 days, plus also 2 meals, transportation, all for like $350. Incredible. So you get to go around different places around the world. So that lifestyle is amazing. Supercar bonus. We've already seen 3 people, I think almost maybe 4 now, enjoy a supercar bonus after you achieve President Millionaire 4 separate weeks in a row. They will hand you the keys to the car, title in hand, taxes and everything all paid for. Boom, it's yours. So incredible. Incredible possibilities that are out there. So the lifestyle is amazing as to what the company will do for you. Why join now? Again, as you see here, we're before the mass as things are moving forward. We're still very new here in the U.S., probably since about really getting going in last October. So it's still very young here. Not a lot of people know about it. Most of you folks that are on here just learned about it. So incredible kind of moving forward. Once you kind of reach up to the top and everyone gets to know about it, it might be too late. Definitely now is the time. So you want to get in as that momentum is moving forward, which it is right now. Everyone is getting their new LXs, in hand, and everyone's so excited. Everyone's seeing, wow, what's this? And it's very simple. I just, wear mine all the time, and people are like, hey, what is that? And I just start talking to them, and they're like so interested. You show them a little bit about what they do. Absolutely incredible device that is only going to get better. So as you see here, now is definitely the time to get in, because that placement, as you see, positioning is absolutely key. If you get in before, you never know what can come after you, and this truly is a team effort. So moving forward there, if you kind of get behind it, you never know what that person could have done ahead of you or below you at this point here. So you definitely want to get in as quickly as you can. Position yourself in that right potential here to maximize. Folks, whenever you put in, you put in some effort into this, and it will be rewarding for you financially at that point. Definitely you work at it. It's going to come back and treat you very well in this sense. So definitely positioning is key. So overall, guys, I hope that you had, that you don't have a lot of questions after this, but if you do, please get back to the person that invited you on here this evening and allow them to answer any other questions. They can kind of go ahead, get up with anyone in their upline that might help you out as well, or if they have any other questions or anything like that for you. Thank you guys so much for your time this evening. Hope I didn't take up too much of it. And hope to see you guys on the team here soon. So you guys have a great evening. Thanks again, and have a great night.